Hi everyone, Umnia from CloudStation. Welcome to this tutorial on how to deploy a Node.js application using CloudStation. We're going to start by forking this repository. This is the Node.js application that's a simple feature management app in which users can create and edit and delete the features, and users can rate them and click on the documentation to check them out. So the tech stack is Node.js, Express, and MongoDB. And MongoDB, which we will also deploy on CloudStation. So here's how to run the application locally. So I'm going to start by forking this repository and then deploying the MongoDB instance. So I'm going to fork the repo and I'm going to go ahead and connect to my CloudStation account. I'll be using GitHub. Alright. So once I'm logged into CloudStation, I can create a project. In each project, I can have multiple databases, GitHub repos, Docker images, and so on. And like I said earlier, I'm going to start by deploying the database. So I'm going to be looking for a MongoDB. And without changing any of the default settings, I'm just going to click on deploy. So as you can see here, this instance is going to be deployed on OVH, EU Central, and CloudStation has other regions that are offered to Pro users. Alright, I will also deploy the Git repo that I just forked. So Express example. And the same way I deployed the MongoDB, I won't change any of the default settings and just click on deploy. I can check out the logs while it's deploying. It usually takes a couple of minutes depending on how big is the application, but usually the second time around it's even faster due to the cache. So this repo doesn't have a Docker image, and this is why it's being built by Nextpacks. And it's already built, it's pushed to the registry, and now it's deploying to the OVH EU Central. Right. Alright, so I can see here that the DB is maybe ready, and I see here the connection string. I can get here the connection string, so I can use it. Also, the Express app is ready to use, and I can see here that I'm in the user view, and I'm gonna go and check the admin view. And you can see here that we're not using the database yet, we're using the memory, but I can still use it. And I'm just gonna put a random link. Right. So I can also check the user, and the user can rate and view the documents. Alright. And if I go back to the admin view, you should see, yeah, so the one click and the rating. Alright, now the application is running successfully using the memory, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the MongoDB to save my features from now on. So CloudStation offers two ways in which I can use this MongoDB instance. Either I copy the connection string from this tab, and I can go to the variables and I can add it as a new variable like this. So I just add and redeploy, or I can do it through service discovery, which is what we're gonna do today. So I can choose here the service from which I want to get the variables. I can choose the port, and then here I'm gonna put the key to the variable I need. And CloudStation offers a simple way to access the other services variables from here. So I can see here that I can access the root password, the username, and the connection string. I also have access to the service address and the port number if I want to use them. Right, I save and redeploy. Alright, it's gonna take a few minutes to deploy again. Alright. So it's already almost deploying V2. And you can see here that the changes that I've made, so specifically the connection string that I've added, are in the stage section once it's deploying. Once they're going to be deployed, I'm going to see them in the revision. So CloudStation does a revision for infrastructure as code. Okay, so whilst my application is deploying, the first version is still deployed because it's CloudStation is using canary deployments. So my application is gonna be accessible throughout the deployment process for a zero-time deployment. Few more seconds. Let's check out the logs while it's doing the latest. And yes, so this is the newest logs. We can see here that we have the MongoDB connected. Alright, and if I go ahead, I still run in the old version. Yeah, now it's gonna be running the second version. Sorry, it's going to be running them both at the same time, and when the second version is healthy, all the traffic is going to be redirected to the main version. Alright, now the DB is connected, and we are using the MongoDB instance to save the features. Alright. First, connect to another service. Right, and the feature now is stored in the database. If I go to the user interface, I can do the same. So the application works the exact same way. And that's the service discovery. So in order to customize my application, have it more customized, I will add a custom domain. So I can change either the public subdomain, so I can make it, for example, this. And I can also add my own private domain. So I'm gonna choose the features. Right, and here I can copy the information to set up the DNS record. So I have to go to my registrar. In my instance, it's Cloudflare, and I have to copy CNAME to choose CNAME and then features and copy the proxy. All right. I'll also add some health checks. It's not necessary, but just to have my application more secure. And I'm gonna save the changes, again they're staged, and I'm gonna deploy them. So while it's deploying, I'm gonna go to Cloudflare, and I'm gonna add my CNAME record. this and the proxy. All right, it's deploying again, and in a few minutes I will be able to access my application from two domains. So the subdomain that I chose, and also the domain which is going to be the main link, the main URL for my application. Right. Application is deployed. It's again load balancing, and in a few seconds I'll be able to access it. Alright, and here I won't be able to see it behind my face, but it's deployed in my link. 2 seconds. And yes, here we go. The data from earlier is still there because it's using the database. And if I go to /admin, I'm going to be able to add a new one. And I can also rate it the same way. That's it. So thank you guys for watching.